Hello everyone, and welcome to another week of these little spin-off episodes that we've got here. And today you join me above Wolverhampton, and we are visiting the home of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Got Wolverhampton Racecourse just in front of us, but you can probably get a glimpse of it now as we descend in and bank to the left hand side, Molineux. Now, I hate to say this, ladies and gents, I want to present you Wolverhampton Football Club. However, I'd like to say this is a lot better than Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City, who are down in the relegation zone. But I give you Molineux Stadium, which is nothing more but some blocks of flats, but at least you have something, rather than just a very grotty and horrible sticker open space on the floor. So sorry, Wolverhampton fans, if you was expecting to see something, I have nothing to give. So with that being said, let's go to our next stop. Okay guys, now as we've left Wolverhampton behind after that abysmal start, we are above Leicester, and we are going to the home of Leicester City Football Club. Now, as we descend in now and banking to the right, we can see here. Now you'll have to forgive me, Leicester City fans, we've got two stadiums here. From the outside, I don't know which one is Leicester City Football Club, which is slightly embarrassing considering I am from the West Midlands. But I think the argument speaks for itself. I think this could be it actually. But we've got no football club at all. So, as a fellow Midlander myself, this is pretty an embarrassing start. And if that was Leicester City Football Club, this could be Leicester City Football Club, this probably looks more like it, the King Power Stadium, but yeah, you sit with the likes of Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur by not having absolutely anything whatsoever. And I think this is kind of a sad thing to say as well. The reason I took inspiration to kind of create these videos was the owner of Leicester City Football Club. Now, this gentleman did used to arrive in his own private helicopter. He would arrive before the game, arrive on the centre circle, and then after watching his team would get into his private chopper that would land on the centre circle and depart out. However, a good couple of years back, there was a very, very tragic accident where I think there was a mechanical fault with their helicopter, where he watched his team. The helicopter would famously rise up out of the stadium, and when it was being broadcasted, and you can actually go and watch this on YouTube, the helicopter would go up and depart out over the stadium. However, one night there was an issue with the helicopter and with the tail rotor. Tragically, the helicopter crashed into the car park below us, and everyone lost their lives. And I think this is where I kind of got my inspiration from, is to go in and land at every centre circle of the Premiership club that we do have here throughout the UK. And yeah, I want to kind of say thank you for bringing that and giving me that opportunity to kind of bring you this. But I'm sorry, Leicester City fans, as much as I would love to land on the centre spot, until we get a something here in the grounds of Leicester in terms of a stadium, maybe we can revisit, but until then I'm going to have to go off to my next stadium. Okay, ladies and gents, now we've not got off to a great start with this episode. I've not really had a lot to show you. So I am in the city of Birmingham. Now Birmingham and the Midlands, or the central part of the UK, does not really have a lot of Premiership football clubs, should I say. Mostly either being League One, Championship. So I'm having to throw in a few optional extras here. Now I am in the southern part of the city, and it pains me to do this with them being our rivals, but it is only fair. But you do join me at Birmingham City Football Club, St Andrews, ladies and gents. Now let's descend in, because at least we do have something here, at least something modelled for the club. Now this ground is going to be no more at some point. They are having a new ground built just off I think it's just behind, just a stone's throw away really. American business owners have bought the club and is bringing life back to Birmingham City, and it's great to see actually the investment that is being put in. But there is the club shop, and at least you can see at least something with this one. It's not the greatest, I do have to admit. The St Andrews Trilton Trophy Stadium. What a mouthful, I couldn't even get that out. I have been to this club twice. Once when my secondary school was in a final, and we was in this stand here. I don't know what it's called, but it could only be described as a garden shed. Apologies again. And secondly, when my younger brother was a mascot for Martin and Granger, who is now retired. He had a testimonial match, and we sat in, can I say, a VIP suite? But I will say it wasn't really. It was more of just a cushioned chair more than anything. But let me descend into this ground for you guys. The home of BCFC. But again, I think this goes with the likes of Fulham and Goodison Park. Sorry, I'll correct myself. Ellen Road more than anything. That we do have something, but what we do have isn't great. But at least we are touching physical ground here. So let me get into the centre spot, and as you can see, I think it's more appealing from the air than it is the floor. Oh my god, what is going on there? But in that far corner is where the players would come out of the tunnel. You got the dugout straight ahead. But yes, I think it's kind of speaks for itself really. Birmingham City Football Club. So let's depart out of here. And I think this is going to be a very short but sweet episode today. As I depart out, and I'm going to fly to the next stadium on our tour, and I think this will be our last and final stop. And without being biased, and yes, this is my team, I have been here before, but I think the quality speaks for itself as I just try and get my bearings. Okay, so now I've got my bearings and actually gained some height. You can see my next stadium and last and final stop in the Midlands. As we follow the motorway out, you join me on approach into Villa Park as we are descending out of 1,000 feet. And I think it gives me great pleasure and a nice way to kind of finish off this episode, that I can give you a fully textured, rendered stadium. So let me go over the stadium as it is. We've got the Trinity Road just below. The North Stand and what's going to be a closed for the inevitable as building works start on the ground, and this is going to be all revamped. We've got the club shop below us, and it's going to be all rebuilt with a fan zone, and we have the classic, the one and only Doug Ellis stand. And as you can see, this from Spaghetti Junction driving in. Phenomenal. There we are, Aston Villa Football Club and my team. Now, it was only on the back end of last summer that the legend that is Black Sabbath held a concert here, held with various other bands. Metallica, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses was here, all tribute for Ozzy Osbourne. And the Prince of Darkness then sadly passed only a few days after that gig. But what a place to have held it at, an absolutely jam-packed concert, filling the stadium to its capacity. But let's get in and down into our last Premiership ground for today. Into a slight hover we go, and we will turn this round to face the Holt End. Okay, descending in now. Beautiful. There we go, touchdown. Let's get out. And here we are, guys, in the centre circle of Villa Park. The Trinity Road, looking absolutely glorious here on this fine sunny day. You've got the North Stand, the Doug Ellis stand here, and the 12th man, the Holt End. A shame it doesn't have Holt Ends put onto the seat in there, but never mind. Again, but a lovely textured stadium. You've got the dugout in there, the broadcaster's box there, and up in the far corner, the VIP suites, where usually you see Prince William, who is a fond football fan of this football club. Also, Tom Hanks has made several appearances here at this ground. Again, American celebrity. Well, on the well, I guess you'd say he's more of a legend than what would say is Ryan Reynolds down at Wrexham. And could that be a hint of our next next ground of where we go to in the next episode? Who knows? Maybe. But join me in next week as we depart out of Villa Park and out of the Midlands. if you did enjoy this, let me know, drop your comments in, drop a like, but I will see you in the next episode.